multiple updates for the Devils. This has serious implications. Give any team 4 days off. Don't be surprised if there are changes when you get back. Welcome in to Devils Digest. Feel free to click subscribe. Devils 4 days off in between games. That comes to an end tomorrow. New York Rangers in town. Look, over these 4 days, we got some roster news and kind of get to see how it's going to shape out a little bit more. Cody Glass and Seamus Casey both expected to be in the lineup tomorrow night. Cody Glass slotted there on the 4th line. Seamus Casey there on the 3rd pairing. Lazar and Nemec probably going to be out of the lineup tomorrow night. We'll see the full lines, but this is what it looks like right now for tomorrow against the New York Rangers. Starting off with Seamus Casey. Look, it's kind of felt like a revolving door. He's up with the team. He's down with the team. He's not going to play tonight. He's going to play tonight. He's kind of been back and forth. And, young players, you don't love it. You always want them playing, so that is the good thing. Get him into games in the AHL, get him to games in the NHL, get him in games, get him experience. Do you love the back and forth? Not my favorite thing in the world, but, they are young, and at the end of the day, you're trying to win hockey games, and they have to go with what they feel is best for the lineup. Gonna get another shot. Now, looking like it, as it looks right now, according to the lineup, and what the lines were at practice today, Simon Nemec's out of the lineup. Now, like I said, not a fan of young players not playing. Don't love the back and forth. So, Nemec's coming out of the lineup, Casey back in. Why? Well, go ahead. Look at the Devils' defense right now. Seamus Casey slotted in that 6th defenseman spot. Out of the other 5, he has more goals than 4 of them. It's been a problem all year for New Jersey. They don't get a lot of offense on the back end. One of their top offensive defensemen is out. Struggling to find, maybe that power play number 2 defenseman. So that's where Seamus Casey comes into play. The Devils have a top 5 power play unit. They score a lot of goals on the power play. They don't really have that number 2 defenseman with no Dougie Hamilton. They don't really get that extra offense. And you look around the league and just the prospects, the draft picks that are being put into the NHL today. It's changed. It really is offense first. Players are getting drafted, getting signed to these long contracts for the type of offense that they produce. Go look around the league. Basically every single team has a defenseman that's going to hit 50, 60 points. The good teams, the top teams, are going to hover around that 50-point plus mark. You didn't see that a decade ago. You didn't see that, back in the early 2000s. Now it's kind of like, well, there's a lot more scoring. Defense need to help out offensively. And the underlying numbers would show that when you can play a good transitional game, you give yourself a better chance to win. Devils right now feel Seamus Casey plays a better transitional game than Simon Nemec. More offensively talented as of right now, or he's developed quicker, I should say. His offense has came right away. He's already got 4 goals on the season. He hasn't even played 15 games. Some of these other defensemen for the Devils have played close to the whole entire season. Luke Hughes has 7 goals, 34 assists. He's really came on as of late. Those 41 points, a lot have been from recent. He's been fantastic for New Jersey. With those type of players, like I said, they're starting to develop more offensively. Think offense first. Luke Hughes, beginning of the season, learning the defense, getting a little bit better defensively each game. And we saw it. Offensive numbers went down. Defensive numbers went up. You knew it was coming. You knew eventually those offensive numbers would come back up. And what have they done? They've came back up. We see these young defensemen coming to the NHL. some of them can produce offensively right away. The defense takes some more time. Look at his brother Quinn in Vancouver. Took him a little bit of time. Now he's probably Vancouver's top 2 defensive defenseman and easily their number 1 offensive defenseman. Seamus Casey, good offensively. Devils don't have a lot of offense from their defense. Luke Hughes is an option. After that, not much. Simon Nemec has came in up and down. I think, honestly, he had a better season last season. And the Devils right now, what they're trying to do, they're trying to, secure this playoff spot. You have to go with the better player right now. And right now, Seamus Casey probably gives you a better chance to win. He adds more offense. He's another player you can put on your second power play unit. They're both going to make mistakes. Who has the upside? Seamus Casey right now. I know developing, and Simon Nemec was a second overall pick, and you put a lot of draft capital into him. Kind of goes out the window a little bit more when you're in a playoff race. Seamus Casey in, Simon Nemec out. That's what it looks like. Go over to offense, because I think this one feels, pretty much like it's gonna happen. Cody Glass expected to be in. Sorry, it's not on this screen because he was still hurt. But Cody Glass, actually, we'll just bring that up. That works better. Cody Glass playing there on that 4th line in between Sprong and Cotter. Look, Devils, we said it earlier. They need a little bit more of that secondary scoring. Cody Glass provides that. It'll be huge if Cody Glass can go Saturday against the New York Rangers. I mean, we saw him kind of work with Sprong already. He worked pretty well with Sprong. I'd like to see Sprong get some more time in the lineup. I think Sprong's added a bit. Even though maybe it's not showing up on the numbers on the score sheet, I think Sprong's done a pretty good job at adding for the Devils. Giving a little bit more offense. Giving a little bit, maybe another look to defensive teams. Player who scored 18-21 goals. So right now, slotted in the middle of Sprong and Cotter. Cody Glass has been great for the Devils since he's gotten here. I mean, we weren't maybe, over the top when the trade originally happened. I'll be the first to admit that I was wrong. It's been a good fit. And to be able to use that going forward and not have, a player who's injured not be long-term, it's good news for the Devils. Expected to be in the lineup tomorrow night. These are the practice lines. We'll see how it shapes out. But right now, Glass, Casey, expected to be in the lineup tomorrow night for New Jersey. Or actually, daytime game. 12:30 p.m. start time. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Not a huge daytime game guy. I like the nighttime games. But both expected to be in the lineup tomorrow night. Cody Glass centering that 4th line. Seamus Casey, 3rd pairing defenseman. Hopefully get some power play time. I had to assume that's why he's in the lineup. I mean, the Devils need a little bit more offense on their defensive end. So I assume Casey in the lineup tomorrow to help maybe relieve some of that power play from that first unit that scores, a bunch of the goals, led by Luke Hughes. Has been absolutely phenomenal this year. Go ahead, get a second guy in there on the defensive side. Gonna add a little bit more on your power play. Seamus Casey, Cody Glass, both expected to return to the lineup tomorrow night against New York. Magic number 7. Actually, that was a cool stat that I saw. Devils, only team in the NHL from day 1 to now to be in a playoff spot. Last time the Devils did that, 2017, 2018. Made the playoffs that year. The only other team that year was Vegas. This year, they would be the only team if they can lock it up. 7 more points away. That'll do it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like going by Seamus Casey? Would you want to see Simon Nemec? Would you want to see a little bit more of keeping the lineup, not so much shaking up the lineup? I don't know if we're going to get that. Injuries play a part. I think Sheldon Keefe's done a great job, though. He's done a great job with the injuries. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Do you like the move going back to Seamus Casey and Cody Glass? Where do you think he fits up on the lineup? Let me know, and hopefully you guys subscribed. I'll see you guys soon. All right, I'll see you guys.